What is up, ninjas? My name is Semworld, and today we're going to be creating a techno breakdown. Now, there's a lot of techno breakdowns out there, guys, and that was the dilemma with this video. What style do we want to do? So for this video, I'm going to be doing a tension-filled breakdown, which is a breakdown that utilizes a lot of the drop elements, but pretty much damps it down so that there's no power, but it helps create tension. It helps get people ready for the second part of the drop. Now, these breakdowns are mainly used to, again, let the people breathe, let the track breathe a little bit, or you could use it as a way to introduce a new melody or new sound into the drop. You could use it to maybe switch up the drop, go from something full to something just basic, which a lot of techno artists use strategically to move their track forward. So in this tutorial, guys, we're going to be doing that. We're going to be creating a tension breakdown with just a simple acid pattern on top. We're going to be going over how important effects are in masking the transitions, as well as automation is king, and that is something in techno that you have to understand. There's a lot of techno breakdowns out there, like Stefan Botzin's breakdowns, where it's just one sound, but what makes it interesting is the effects and the attention to detail with those effects that he does to just that one sound. Other people that do this, like Ace's new track, The Acid, which is super dope. The breakdown has maybe about 3 sounds, and then in the build-up it brings in more. So today we're going to be doing that. We're going to be creating a tension, and this is going to be a long video, but hopefully you guys get something good out of it. Now, at the end of the month, guys, we are going to be releasing the Evolution of Sound Paradox Techno Soundset 4 Serum. It's going to contain 150 presets for techno, and you're going to see some of those sounds in this video. So if you like any of them and you feel like you can use them in your productions and you want to support the channel, that is the best way to do it, guys. It's going to be coming out again at the end of March, and hopefully you guys can enjoy it. But with that being said, let's get straight into this tutorial. Alright, guys, and welcome inside of Ableton. Now, my goal by the end of this video, guys, is to show you guys how to create a breakdown, may it be a tension one or a melodic one. In this video, you will find a lot of different things that I will talk about that you can do in any scenario when it comes to a techno breakdown. I had a dilemma where I was like, what's a real techno breakdown? Some people consider it more of the tension, harder stuff, while some people consider it more melodic stuff. Here, we're just going to focus more on the tension-filled breakdown, which is going to include sounds. If we were to have a drop, a lot of those sounds would be in the break. So we're going to assume we have a drop with this sound. Okay, very standard kind of acid, not so aggressive, but just a very standard acid bandpass sound. So we're going to be using that and just make a melody, which in my head goes. So this is going to be more of a tension breakdown. This sound will probably be in the drop if we had a drop. So we're going to use this one. Now you can see there's a bit of automation going on that, as I created some of these to have that. As I heard the Enrico Sanguiliano, hopefully I say his name right, stuff, and the UMix stuff, they had a lot of sounds that the filter just moved left and right. If you don't like that, again, you can switch that up, and I suggest you do. So I'm going to move this here more like... There's still a bit of automation, but it's not so much. So we're going to be using that for now, and that's going to be mainly our main idea in the break. Okay, from there, let's put in a sort of downlifter sound that would go from the break to the drop. So I do have a couple in the Paradox pack, and I think one of those will be called like FX Final Destination that one of my good friends, John, made. He's a future bounce producer, but he was like, yo, I made this sound, put it in the pack. Sounds pretty good. Added this mod to it to make it more techno. So let's put... Alright, so we're in the key of D, so let's assume the break starts here. So we're going to move this over here, and this is where it's going to happen. Now, again, automation is key, and transitioning is, when you transition in techno from a drop to a break, automate as much as you can, you know, do stuff that makes sense to guide people into the break. So we're going to use this one here. I do want it to pitch down a bit, so we're going to add a pitch down. Okay, cool. From here, I'm going to add this sort of bass on the bottom of that, but that bass is going to come in slowly. So kind of, you're not going to have it on the drop, so you got to, you know, you got to put it in slowly. And a lot of times with these kind of effects, like downlifters, white noise and stuff, they're there to mask the transition or the trick, as I like to tell my students. A lot of times when you have an effect, it's the perfect time to add something, to automate something, to bring in something, to filter something. And what they are, it's like if a magician's doing a trick, you have a sexy assistant, obviously, so people don't look at the magician and focus on the trick, but they're like, Same thing here. So that's what we're going to use that for. So I'm going to grab a sound, which is more of a re-space kind of low sound. And let's see if we can find one. I think the Big Bang or Devil's Groove might work. Let's check those out real fast. Okay, I like this. Too wide for me because, again, remember the acid sound right now, when you heard it, it sounds in the stereo field. So I don't want this to mask it or like overpower it. So I'm going to put it fully mono, which is something cool we can do. A lot of sounds sound like they should be in stereo, but they're in mono in techno. So that gives a good vibe of it. So we're going to add that here. Maybe one more octave down. Nah, it's going to be fine there. So let's put it here. And again, this is just going to come in slowly, and we're creating tension. We're slowly bringing stuff in. The acid sound's not going to come in like that. It needs to come in properly. So we're going to do this here. We're going to put a low pass on this like so. And then we got to have this guy here. And you start to hear that low and come. Okay, cool. This sound can start there, but we can automate it to slowly build up into hearing the full sound. So what we're going to do is put an EQ on that and just kind of bring that in. So we're going to have that. Just slowly like that. Okay, cool. With that, let's see if we can find another sound, maybe some effects that we can add there. So we can maybe go into the effects section of the pack. Watch your ears. I'll try and do my best to where it doesn't blow our brain. This one sounds pretty cool, but it's too scary for what I'm going for. That one sounds pretty cool. Let's try using that one maybe at the 2 bar mark. Because something needs to happen every like 8 bars or 4 bars, or else it starts to get boring. So we're going to add that as sort of an effect there. So it sounds techno, and we're going to use that there as an effect. So let's see. I think that's too low there, or it needs to move there. So we'll do it there. Okay, cool. Okay, I like that, but it still needs a bit more sustain and release so that it doesn't just follow down. So we're going to put a bit of sustain and a long release. Let's get rid of the mono. There you go. That's what it's gonna do. Maybe a little bit less release. There we go. So that way we're gonna get this. And as that happens, something's gonna happen there. So whatever happens there, we need to figure it out. Okay. So we need to add another sound for sure. Maybe a pad or something a little bit more atmospheric. Maybe the drums could come in. You know, that's something cool that could happen. Again, that is telling people, hey, something's about to happen. Give it to them. That's what I say. All right, so let's see. Maybe we can add a pad or dun 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 or something like that would be cool. Maybe an industrial supersaw we could do. Something like that, like boom. That's yeah, we're gonna have like a dun dun. Yeah, let's try that. So let's hear this one. All right, so again, all this stuff, you know, no melodics besides the thing, but we're creating that. So here we're gonna get rid of lows, as we do have a lot of low information already, so we're gonna get rid of it there. So it's more of a bump bump. Okay. This may be a little quieter, the acid. There, I kind of want to add a bit of a pad as well, just to kind of get the highs. It's a great spot to do it, so we're going to do that. And the pad, you know, again, it's just going to be very atmospheric, so we can find something there that might work a bit, like a pad. Mad sounds pretty cool, I think. Yeah, something like that, like just fucking like, oh, something, that drop better be big. That's what people are gonna think. Okay, cool. So we're gonna start here. Again, we still have to add like white noise effects and stuff like that, which we are, but right now we're just setting this up. Here we go. I had to get rid of that. Mad Pad. Let's oh damn. Let's get it to sit properly here. So let's get rid of the mono on it, and let's make it quieter. Like, it doesn't have to be in front. It just has to be in the back. Okay, cool. Like I said, I wanted to add drums, so I am gonna do that. And I'm gonna use the 909 drum machine from Ableton to do that. And again, all of this is just creating tension. You know, people. This is kind of like one of those breaks where people are just waiting. They're like, holy shit, dude, this is like massive. Like, they're just waiting for it. It's not melodic. It's tension. It's like when you're watching a movie and you're just like, holy fuck, what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen, but you're just waiting for it. So here, let's just go and add, as soon as that happens, we'll add like the offbeat hat and maybe a ride. Make it big roomy. And then the claps. Nah, I'm just kidding. That's too much already, but let's lower that. Or let's do maybe an open hat. This pat might be a bit too much, but let's see. Maybe we can make it more. Okay, cool. And then let's see. We can add a vocal. So I'll record myself as I can show you guys a bit of vocal processing as well. You know, if you think you sound weird, don't worry, because you're not gonna use your real voice. We're gonna add effects that make it sound a little bit more like techno, I guess. So I'm gonna record myself with the volume down. Acid, 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 acid. All right, so I'm gonna say the generic acid. I wasn't hearing that, so we don't get it in the recording, but you guys would probably hear me say it over the track. So let's add it here. Acid. So we're gonna have that here. Acid. And acid. 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 All right, so we're gonna have it maybe here, like maybe there. Let's try here. Acid. 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 That one sounds good there, the acid on this one here. So we're gonna use that one. Acid. Okay, so that's the one we're gonna use. Let's just consolidate that maybe a little bit back so we get the initial attack on it. There we go. And acid. Acid. Okay, so let's add vocal synth on that one if we can to make it sound a little bit more, you know, darker. Not so Mexican, because that's what I... All right, so let's add a polybox and lower that down. Acid. There we go. Let's see. Vocoder sounds good. I like that. Maybe a bit higher. Acid. Acid. Okay. A compo vox maybe. I'm going to add like a high layer to it, but I'm not going to have it as loud. Acid. Okay. A bit of acid. And a delay will make it sound good. Acid. Yeah, it's too much delay. Let's lower the width maybe and the feed. Acid. There we go. Now that's techno. Acid. Awesome. All right, let's see. He goes acid. I say awesome. Fuck yeah, I want my acid, man. Let's see. I think that'll be good. We can do more, definitely. Like, you can explore the presets, but I'll just use this basic one for it. And let's put a little plate reverb on that. And I still need to add plates to everything else, but I'll put it on the vocal for this one just for fun. And let's cut it maybe not so much lows, and we'll just down. Acid. There we go. Acid. 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 All right, starting to get somewhere with it, you know, starting to sound a little bit more, whoa, okay? He means business, man. Oh, yeah, but that's the point, you know, vocals, don't be afraid to add them in there. A lot of times they help a lot in filling stuff out if you feel like something's lacking in there. It's like an easy cop-out because you can just record yourself. Okay, cool. So let's see what we can do here. So I am going to add some stuff. Let's see. All right, so the acid's taking a bit too long to come in, maybe because of that alt modulation I did. So let's put it a little bit more lean. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm liking it so far. Now we do need those effects, so I'm gonna add maybe the first uplifter from the Hexagon pack, which is a future-based pack, but that's the only pack where I made a super long white noise that I really like, so I'm gonna use that here maybe for this portion of the track as a downlifter. So it's gonna be there. And an impact. Yeah, something like that would be good. Just a bit of quiet. But if you can hear that transition, without these guys, it just doesn't work. But because the noise and the impact mask the transition from the drop to the break, that's what you need. And then think a bit about it as a crossfade. Like you're going from the drop, and then these effects allow you to crossfade into the other song. If you're a DJ, you know what I'm talking about. Let's add some reverse sweeps. Yeah, something like that would be cool just to have. You know, I know it's maybe it's not techno, but we can make it sound techno-ish, man. All right, so let's try it here. Just quiet that a bit. Okay, let's add a crash on that. A crash would definitely give us some vibes there. So we're gonna add a crash if we can find. Oh, that one sounds nasty. It sounds techno. I don't know why it's in the main stage big room pack, but we're gonna add it here. Let's see. I like how it doesn't sound like pss, but more of a so that's good on that. Let's put it like this maybe, so it's a good transition. It doesn't have to be lined up on or maybe a little. Man, that scary sound, you can hear it. Now these stabs I like, but maybe a bit too much distortion on them. Let's get rid of it a bit. Okay, cool. And let's see if we can make a mono. I guess we'll just mono it down. Just because we have a lot of stereo elements, but we had to. There we go. Sounds better. Alright, dope. Now we do need to get some reverb and echo to make all these sounds kind of fit together. So in A here, I think I haven't sent anything there, so I'm gonna add a reverb here. And again, I'm just gonna use the plate from Sound Toys. I think that one's gonna be good, and it should work fine for what we're trying to go for. A little bit of low cut just so we don't get that low end reverb. We have enough of it with the Reese already, and we're just gonna send some stuff there. Let's get rid of the reverb on this since it is getting mono down. There we go. And we're gonna apply. Now it sounds proper. On the acid sound, we're gonna play with the resonance a bit, just kind of have it go up and down. And then maybe I want the acid sound a bit mono as well. I don't like the vibe it has in stereo. Usually I add a mod for that. So here mono, we're just gonna mono it down. We'll get rid of the reverb and delay. We're gonna add our own delay here. We'll use like an echo or something that would sound a lot better with it. And the echo is one of the best delays out there, guys. It's in Ableton, and if you're not using it, come on now. All right, so we're gonna add notes there, maybe 1/16. We have to filter it so that we don't get like nasty overlap. All right, there we go. open up the filter as well and then bring it back down. Yeah, so we'll add this resonance automation here. Dude, you guys just see me going like, fuck yeah. All right, so we're gonna add that here and then make it go up. And then bring it back down. Maybe not too much. Let's not get carried away. And we're also gonna filter the acid down and then bring it back up. Maybe that'll work. The rides are cool and all, but they're too in front of the mix, so we need to dull them down a bit by getting rid of the highs. Whenever you want to create depth or push something back in the mix, the best way to do that is to remove the highs, add delay, add reverb to it. Those are effects that are three-dimensional and will allow you to kind of create depth in the Here I want to create this sort of build up. So this is where the build up's gonna start, and we are gonna have all of this, but then we're gonna have to automate out of it as well. You can also have this sound come in again just to let people know, hey, this is what's gonna happen. And then an impact, and then we can have like the 909 snare come in and vice versa. So here we I like this, but we do need like an echo on it, but a different one, not that one. So we're gonna add a delay here, and this delay will probably be a simple delay or something, you know, along those lines. I'll use the echo again just because, but you know. Okay. I kind of want something like maybe you guys just see my sound effects here. Let's see. Yeah, you know, something like that would be cool. Those are like the little things that make those tracks sound so good. Is that always on? Let's see us. It might be a bit too far-fetched to do it, so let's just leave it how it was. But it's a good idea, you know. If you have an idea, try it out. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Here we go. I'm gonna put this up. Alright, so this is where the drop's gonna happen. You know, a lot of techno songs will have this little part where they do something cool with like an instrument they add in the break or like a respace. Here, I think it'll be cool to have, because as we're approaching that build, you just hear that shit just getting high and higher and higher and higher. So that's dope there. Alright. Here we can do something cool like that. So let's. getting ideas. Okay, cool. So we definitely have that. So let's grab this uplifter if we can, and well, we're gonna put it right here. Reverse. Yeah, so there we go. The acid might even sound good on the beat, man. Now here, what's gonna make it feel like a buildup is the white noise going up and the 909 we're about to add. So a lot of times we add these 909 snares, which, you know, in EDM, you do like da, 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 da. Here, we're not doing none of that. We're just gonna have. You can have that, or you can have it going faster, and then you're just gonna automate it in. So we're gonna have. We're gonna, of course, process it, so maybe not so much load. There's something on here or what? Nah. Okay, so we're gonna use that. We'll use Endless Smile on the master to make it a little bit more like damp with reverb, and it should be good. So what I like to use is Photo for this, so I am gonna use that tool. I like to use it mainly to just automate it in. I always see it as a volume automator. So we're gonna go, I think that's about 8 bars. So we're doing the 8 bar automation. And we'll come here from here. And maybe a little so you can hear it and reach the max by here. So it starts here, so I guess, there's a dilemma because it's not doing it. So I guess I can just do it myself. I didn't want to use it. I just wanted the easy way, but I'll just automate this in. Acid. Okay. Yeah, that acid fucking vocal, man. All right. Yeah, so let's add a bit of effects if we can on that buildup. First thing I will add that will make things a lot better as well is that Endless Smile. Even though it was made by Data Life, which I know they make big room, it's still very useful for these environments. And I want to use the one that has a bit of delay in it. So we're going to start it from maybe here and work our way up here. So watch. Boom, and then bring it down. So let's make sure everything's leveled here. This is too loud. A little less. You can hear this bass kind of bleeds in. So what we're gonna do is just automate the volume straight down there, so that way it doesn't do it. And you can just bring it back in if you want. Let's do that. All right, cool. Let's hear from the beginning, and then we'll fine tune. We're gonna automate the bass down as well here, so it's like. All right, see, here maybe we can do the same thing we did here to kind of have it go up. Yeah, you know what? That would be fucking cool if we add something there, like a super saw, which I'm gonna do, and it's gonna be mainly this part here. And we're gonna add that there. Dun, dun, dun. It's over, man. It's over with that. Let's add this maybe here. Let's try that. Shit, I fucked that up. Wait a minute. So there we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, something like that. Let's make it a little bit more sustained. And it's auto. And now we. Bringing this back down as well here. I'm gonna make the acid also sound mono, because when we add chorus and delay through vocals in 2, chorus is an effect that makes stuff wide. Maybe I should have used the widener down here, but I'll leave it. I'm gonna add a double clap if I can here. Wow. We're gonna automate the drums as well. We need to. We need one with the. Okay, cool. And then on this, we can maybe move this around the bandpass too, which it is doing. Let's see. Let's get rid of this if we can. Yeah, something like that would be cool, so we can automate that. Yeah, some cool effect there would be. I can't seem to find a delay that I want, so I'm gonna add my own here. So I'm gonna do it like this, where I get everything except maybe a bit of the lows, so we don't need that, and we're just gonna automate it on the master. There we go. And you get the fucking hit of hell, as I like to call it. Alright, cool. Let's hear it one more time through. Again, we're gonna fine tune some stuff. I'm gonna add that delay on it here. That pad, maybe a bit of something to make it fit a bit more in the back, so make it more damp. And maybe low. Some chorus. Like so, that would be good. Maybe even an octave lower would work a bit more. I want to play around with maybe a ping pong delay on the hats, so that what it will do is just here and there we'll use it at the end, maybe like. Automate it up. Filter cutoff's cool, but I think it goes too low. Maybe around here. And then you get the drop. Alright, let's go. A bit more calm. And bring it back up. The acid, we can maybe do a bit of a ping pong delay on it. It's just getting damned super wet. Getting there, getting there. The only thing I'm iffy on are these little stabs hits. Maybe what we can do is just EQ them out by the time it gets to that. There's no need, so I'm not gonna mess with that. I'll put another EQ and we'll have it slowly automating down by the time we hit here. With a little bit of a, yeah, let's see. And you guys know the trick there. Okay, cool. Let's hear it from the beginning now. Alright, cool. Let's add maybe another effects. I'll try and use the G-House pack because I think the effects might be a little bit more smoother. Yeah, that sounds a little more techno, so we're going to add that here just to approach that. So it doesn't come in, yeah, so it has some white noise reinforcements there. Maybe a bit louder on this part as well. Bring it back down. Here, this transition needs a bit more, so let's add maybe this crash. And maybe this reverse could work too. What is this again? Yeah. Alright, cool. Let's see if we can... Maybe one of these would work, like just a rave. It might sound too EDM-ish, but we'll try it out to see if it works. Let's lower it down. All right, cool. Let's make sure we don't lose the acid. That resonance. All right, let's hear it now. And we gotta get that kick in there, man. All right, so let's see. There's this acid delay does something weird here. It cuts out, so maybe let's make it a little, yeah. Okay, cool. Let's see. I'm gonna hear it one more time through. If I feel like I need to add anything else, I will, and I think that'll be about it. So I'm gonna add this white noise here. I feel like it needs to be there, and it could slowly get louder as we move along. And I think that will help create a transition that works as well. That bleed sounds so cool, and you can always switch that sound up as well. All right, cool. So on account of the mix, well, it still needs a little bit of work to just refine everything so it doesn't sound so yeah. That's essentially how you would create a techno breakdown. Now, there are variations that you could do, obviously, here. Like, if you don't want to move away from the drums, you could essentially assume that the drums, the hats, could remain. So if you have your drop here, boom, boom, and as it goes, you get rid of the kick. And you still can have the drums going on. It helps create tension. You just gotta make sure to automate them. Can we automate this up? And then you do your thing on it, man. But again, guys, that's going to be another tutorial. My goal with this tutorial, again, was to show you guys, you know, if I were to make a breakdown for techno, this is probably the style I would do. The key thing with techno is just the automations. That is what most tracks in the breaks will have. Some songs don't have as much stuff as I have going on in here. They'll have minimal stuff. Like there's this track by Aces, which has this awesome sound in it, which is just like a Moog bass that's getting automated. And then you have a vocal with like another sound. But then it goes into the same buildup that we are doing here. Definitely the buildup is where it's at. They're transitioning into it. Use effects for that to help guide you mass stuff. And that's going to be another tutorial. I hope you guys find this useful. I hope it's techno enough for some of you guys. I know some of you guys are going to scream it's not fucking techno, but you know, that's going to be my best take on it, guys. And hopefully there's stuff here for you guys to use. Hopefully it opens your eyes to how much automation we need to make this sound proper. Without automation, this would sound boring and dull. And automation is the key to getting some good breaks and some good build-up transitions into the drop. Don't forget the little ear candy. And most of all, guys, have fun doing it, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You guys take care. Paradox will be coming out at the end of this month. If you guys like some of the sounds in this video and you think you can use them better, or you want to use them in your tracks, be sure to check it out. And best way to support the channel. But you guys take care, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video. Peace out.